Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. I'm using a different streaming platform. So let me just make sure that we are good and make sure that I'm streaming live. So let me check really quick. Okay, looks like we're good. So I'm using a different streaming platform called StreamYard. Because the other platform I use, Streamlabs, I guess I exceeded my 30-day limit. So we're going to be using this streaming platform. So Saturday market breakdown. So Trader Gang, we're going to take a look and kind of look back at this past week, and then kind of go in to see where gold and US30 are going to go. All right. So let's, or actually, just to let you guys know, just a recap for myself, because I always like to tune you guys into, of course, my journey. So this past week, we actually did pretty well on our 50K account to start the week. We made a little bit of profit. And of course, I went ahead and messed it up yesterday, making a bad judgment call and being $56 in profit and just taking that little profit, and ended up getting a little bit of FOMO. And I ended up moving over to gold futures, which of course is a higher risk, and ended up taking 2 contracts, and literally in 30 seconds was at $1,000 in drawdown. So I hit my daily drawdown for the day. Ended up getting another 50K account. Ended up doing the same thing, hit the daily drawdown on there. So good thing is I do have 2 50K accounts right now, but they're in $1,000 drawdown. So the goal this week is, of course, to rebuild those back up to break even, and then, of course, continue on to pass the funded challenges. So with that said, that is the goal for next week, which I know we can accomplish this. I have firm belief. I just need to lock in and stick to my rules. So it's a prime example of sticking to your rules. Do not go outside of your rules. If I wouldn't have traded one more trade and stayed with my 2 trades per day rule, yesterday would have never happened. So just a lesson learned again. So, but let's get into the charts. Show some love. You guys are on here. Throw some comments in the chat. If you have any questions while I'm going through the breakdown, feel free to ask. So let's get into it. So let me share my screen really quick. So we're going to look at news first. Where's the calendar? Let me move this down, actually, because it's on another screen, I think. Let's see. Yeah, let me just go here first, and then I can share. There we go. So let me know if you guys see that. I'll move this down here, share. There we go. All right, so hopefully you guys see that. So let me get a quick sound check. Sound check, check. Okay, sounds like we're good. Okay, so you guys see here. So we'll go to next week, which will be the 9th to the 15th. So Monday, doesn't look like we have any news. Tuesday, we have JOLTS job openings, 7 a.m. So of course, that's pre-market. That could move the market a little bit because it is a red folder day. Wednesday, we have CPI. So of course, this is definitely a day to look at. So we definitely want to watch out for that. So this is at 5:30 in the morning. Thursday we have PPI. So definitely again high news day, unemployment claims. And then Friday we have prelim consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. Again, this can move the market as well. So we do have a great deal of news this coming week. So definitely got to watch out for that and react to it as we need to. So that's that. Let's go to the charts. So let's just take a look back at this week. So we'll go on the daily here. So hopefully you guys see that. I know there's a little bit of a lag, but so this is kind of where we're at. So let's see. Monday was the 3rd. So the 3rd is right here. So we pretty much had a bullish run, and then we kind of consolidated with these two dojis right here, Wednesday and Thursday, and then we had a pull up and then a pull down, and then it literally closed at 29.14. So we see here 29.14. That's where we closed. So not a lot of movement. So to be honest with you, like we could have capitalized earlier in the week, and then the rest of the week we shouldn't have even traded because it was literally just consolidated. So so I didn't even did I trade? Yeah, so I didn't even set up my new 50K account until Wednesday. So like I pretty much missed the move Monday and Tuesday. So even though I made a little bit of profit off of, of course, where it was going, I shouldn't have even traded, looking at the higher time frame. I should have waited until we had some more bullish movement or if we had a pull to the downside. So, I mean, with these two dojis right here, and of course this rejection right here, with that said, I feel like we're going to pull back into this area right here, this level of support. So because we did have a break of structure here, so of course we pulled up, we consolidated. So who knows? I mean, it could continue to push up, because the overall trend is bullish, obviously. So, but we just have to see what the market's going to do. So let's do a top-down analysis really quick. So let's clear out all these drawings. So make the charts nice and clean here. Let me get rid of this. Okay. So this is the high, obviously. So I have not indicators, but I have kind of like settings on here. So it'll always show the high and the low. So of course, trend-wise, we're definitely bullish still, even though we had a pull back here, which of course created a break of structure, but it pulled right back into this area. So, this could be a pullback to continue to go down, or it could be a minor pullback to continue up because the trend is still bullish. So if we take this trend line here, we can clearly see. So even though we had a break of structure, it's still bullish. So even if I were to take it from like here to here, so but we want to stay somewhat relevant and current. So trend line is still bullish. So of course, top down wise, the weekly is bullish overall. All right, now we're going to go down to, so we're on the daily. So this is where we're going to do our support and resistance zones. We're going to mark up some areas here. So we'll kind of look at some key levels. So of course, we're definitely going to mark up the high, obviously. So we'll take a horizontal ray here. We'll put that right here. So right about there. So we're at 29.73. So just because key level wise, we want to keep it in like the fives. So do 29.75. So this is going to be our major level at 29.75. So there we go. And then, of course, we're going to mark up some support areas. So, of course, we always want to look where it tapped into previously. So we can see here, it tapped in previously here. So, because we can see it came down, pulled up into this area, consolidated, pulled back up, pulled back down, pulled back up into this area multiple times, and then continued up. So this is going to be another area right here. And then we'll have another area right here. Yeah. So, because if I pull this all the way over here, we can see it tapped into here. So it came up, came back down, came up, pulled back down to this same area, pulled up here, consolidated, pulled up, came back down. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit. So this is 26.15. So we'll do 26.15. Oops. All right, so we have three major areas right here that we're going to focus on. So I'm going to say this right here is, of course, is going to be our major support level. At 29.15 or 26.15. Okay, 26.15, and then we have another area right here. So let's not get confused. This is resistance. Major resistance level, 29.75. Then we have another level here, which is what, 27.80. I'm gonna do 27.75. So key level. So we're gonna box these. So we're gonna box that. Box this as well. And then box this area as well. So I'm gonna do it right to the wick right here. So we can see it's tapped in here multiple times, even if I drag this all the way to here. So 1 touch point, 2 points, 3 touch points. So I know we have multiple right here. So these are going to be our main key areas where, again, this could easily pull back into here before it continues to go up, or it's going to continue to make a new all-time high. So as far as the daily, I want to say, because we had a breakup structure right here, I'm going to say it's bearish. So because this might be just a pullback before it goes back down. So the daily is bearish. So we'll go down to the 4-hour. And then we'll see here. So as of right now, because we did pull back down here, we did pull back up, and we did pull above this area right here. So even though we're consolidated, I do think that we can push back up, but we just have to see if it's going to continue to drop down or if we're going to continue to push back up. So because consolidation here is it doesn't really know what it wants to do yet. So for this, for right now, I'm just going to put the 4 hour. It's consolidated. So there's our top-down analysis for right now. So overall, weekly is bullish, daily is bearish, 4 hours consolidated. So typically, we need two or high time frames to be in confluence with one another, because that's usually where the trend is going to go. So we have to see, because it broke here first, and then it broke here again, and then it broke a third time right here. So we just have to find out where it's going to go. So because right now, if we kind of zoom out a little bit, we tapped into this previous resistance, now turned support. So we could continue to go back up, because it has gone here multiple times. So it could pull back down here, but I think we could have a good potential to continue to push back up and surpass this major resistance level and create new all-time highs. So we just have to see where it's going to go. So even if we look on the hour here, so a lot of consolidation, like, geez. So we had a lot of consolidation all the way since Tuesday. So, like, to be honest with you, I shouldn't have even traded last week, to be honest with you, because all this right here is just indecision. It just doesn't know what it wants to do. So because on the lower time frame, I can't look back at the trades that I had, but I caught some little movements, in between all this consolidation, which you can definitely catch some moves here. Like, you could have caught this move down here, stuff like that. So, I mean, there's definitely some moves you can make, but it's not like a big move, so we just have to watch out for that. Like, we got to look at the higher time frame, just to kind of really see where we're at, because I mean, you really want to catch moves like this, because I mean, from, say if you got in, say if you saw this doji right here, and then we caught a move from literally, like, say if we got in at this next candle and went all the way up to, like, even this support, this resistance area right here, like, that would have been 754 pips or ticks, so just imagine that. Like, say if we took a where is it? Say if we took a long position, we literally entered right here, stop loss right below this previous low, and literally took it all the way up to right here. That would have been a 1-to-4 risk to reward. So that would have been a killer trade right there. So, but even in the, you got to catch it before the consolidation. So we're just gonna literally just kind of zoom out this week, and just honestly, I want to wait for a breakout. So, like, to be honest with you, on this hour, I'm gonna keep this box here consolidated, and we're just gonna honestly wait for a breakout. So once we see a breakout from here, then we can look for maybe a break and retest, and then possibly get in. So that's where we kind of have to sit on our hands a little bit and just wait. So, but that's kind of what I have for gold. I do potentially see it pushing up, because we did see some nice solid movement here. So I don't really see it, coming back here. I do see it, coming here and then maybe falling and then coming back up. So I do think we have a chance to surpass this major resistance level at 29.75. So that's for gold. Let's look at YM, so US30. So let's see what YM did this week. So what was our analysis last week? So weekly bullish, daily bullish, 4 hours bearish. So let's take a look. So let's go on the daily just to see. So what was the first? Sorry, Monday was the 3rd. So let's go to the 3rd. So the third was right here. So we actually had a bearish movement. So we actually pulled down and then kind of same thing, consolidated. So we didn't really have a lot of solid movement, this week, other than, yeah, we did have sellers in the market. So if we did go down like on an hour, we could see the only real moves we had was literally right here, Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, literally Monday and Tuesday were like the heaviest days for a pull down. So everything else was consolidated the rest of the week. So like if you got in on Monday on YM, that literally would have been your only move. So because it ended up tapping into this area right here, so in a level of resistance, and then literally rejected, pulled back down, and then ended up just consolidating. So not to say you couldn't, capitalize on some of these moves going up and down, but it would have been, kind of counter trend trading and, stuff like that, even though the market is, of course, bearish. This is on the 1 hour, so even if we go on the 4 hour, we can see that the market is really bearish right now. So this was invalid. So because we can see here, even with a trend line, we have almost three touch points. So it's definitely bearish right now. So until we see that it respects this support level right here, we're going to continue to look for sells, because we're in this consolidation right here. So I don't know if anything is going to change with, of course, this rejection right here. So, of course, it did tap in to, of course, a level of support right here, and then it rejected it. So, plus this doji could be a correction to actually continue to push back up. So as like a retracement. So we could definitely pull back up into 43,972 or one of these areas here. So basically taking this liquidity right here. So this would be liquidity to me. So like from here all the way to here. This would be liquidity. So basically just taking all this out right here. So, but let's do a top-down analysis on this one. So we'll clear out all our drawings. So again, same thing with gold. Overall trend though is bullish, even though we are consolidated right here. We haven't broken. So we see here, we're like right there. So we've tapped into this, but it hasn't broken it yet. Because if it does break this area, trend line. So if it does break this area right here, then it's going to be a full break of structure. So we're going to look for continued sells down here. So that's what we're kind of looking for. So, but the overall trend is still bullish. So weekly is bullish. We're going to go down to the daily here. So the daily is definitely bearish. So of course we have a double top right here that was created. So that usually indicates full rejection. So of course it tapped up in here multiple times, came down, pulled up, came back down, pulled right back up to the same area, rejected multiple times, pulled back down. So with that being said, we could continue to see YM or US30 fall. So maybe even to these lows here or even these lows here. So let's do our supply and demand zones really quick. So first off, we're going to have, we'll do our top down. So of course, right now, daily is bearish. All right, daily is bearish. All right, so we're going to find our resistance. So horizontal ray, tap into this area right here. So 45,209. So we'll do 409,205. 205. All right, major resistance level 45,205. Then we have, of course, another area here. So our major support level. We got 41,996. So we're just going to make that an even 42. 42,000 level. All right, so did that not show up? That's weird. Okay, major support level of 42,000. And then, of course, we do have another another support level here as of right now because it tapped in here multiple times. So we can kind of look at this area right here. So 43,450. So these are kind of psychological levels. So I'm just going to put 43,450. And then we'll box these. All right, and one last one right here. All right. So again, we're going to have to see if it's going to respect this major support level. If not, then of course we're going to have some areas to look at right here. So if it doesn't, then of course there's going to be another area right here. So 43.15. And then of course we can look at another area. Right here. So at 38, I say 750. All right. So these are the areas. These are the areas that it could go to. So we'll box these. All right, there we go. So we have pretty much 1, 2, 3. We got 6 areas that it can tap into. So 2 up here, and then of course here, if it doesn't respect the support level, then it's going to continue to go up here, tap in here before it probably goes back up and does a retest, and it may continue to fall back down, or it might pull back up. Because again, the overall trend is bullish. So I mean, because we can see here, like just trend wise. So market structure. So we'll take a path. So we can see, it's literally made a push up. It's come down, push up, come down, push up, came down. So it's been making higher highs and higher lows. But then we came up here and then we broke. And then we started making lower highs, lower lows. And then we came up, made a higher high, and then consolidated, made a lower low, a higher low, and then a lower low. So of course we had a break of structure right here. So of course it could break here, respect the support level, go back up, or it could continue to push back down to this level right here. So that's just market structure where it could go. So, but we just have to see with, of course, with news coming up this week, stuff like that. It could cause, US30 to literally drop, or it could propel it back up. So let's go to the 4 hour. So 4 hour obviously is clearly bearish, because if we take another trend line, so we just kind of mark it like that, it's clearly bearish. So we're going to mark that. 4 hours bearish. So like when you see something like this is a little bit clearer to see. So of course, weekly is bullish, but the daily is bearish, 4 hours bearish. So again, the week might end up bullish, but I think we're going to see a lot of sells this week, personally. If our top-down analysis is correct, we're going to see some bearish movement. The sellers are going to be in the sellers are going to be in the market this week on US30. So that's kind of where I see US30 going. So, because even right now, same thing with gold. If we look, it's actually been consolidated. Like I said, the move happened on Monday. So literally Tuesday, there was like nothing. It literally came up, came back down, consolidated, came down, came back up, consolidated again, came back down, and just pure consolidation. So we just have to always kind of zoom out like this and really see what the market's doing on a higher time frame. So we don't necessarily have to go on the daily, to see all this. You can literally go like on a 4 hour or like on a 1 hour time frame. I think the 1 hour, if you're more of a scalper, if you're like if you're taking entries on the 5 minute, you kind of want to look for your bias and all that stuff on the hour, just to kind of see where it's going. Because if you zoom out and you see this and you're like, dang, it's consolidated, I'm not taking any trades, not unless I see a breakout. We would literally need to see a breakout out of this. So it would literally need to shoot out of here and kind of take out this liquidity here, or we'd have to literally kind of wait for a breakout to the downside and kind of take out these areas right here, take out all this. So, but until that happens, we just have to be patient and sit on our hands. And that's something I need to learn myself. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's the market breakdown for Saturday. As always, I hope you guys got some value from that. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these breakdowns. You can always replay this on my YouTube. So hope everybody has a profitable week. We are speaking this into existence. We're going to have a profitable week this week. We're going to go back to following our rules, only trading on micros, to limit our risk. And we're going to make back those losses, and we're going to continue to compound and get funded so that we can get our first payout. Because I want to be here with you guys so that you can see that this is for real, and also to see what a payout looks like. Because I just talked to my buddy this morning, gold collector Julius. He asked me, he's like, when was the last time that you got funded? And I was like, dang, bro, I showed him a screenshot, and I haven't gotten funded since August of last year. So like I'll show you guys. So hopefully you guys can see this. So check this out. So you guys see that? I don't know if it shows clear. So, but it says August 27th. So that was the last time I was funded. So 6.5 months ago. So like the time is over. Like we need to get funded again, and I want to get funded on both of these accounts. So that will be 100K to trade with. So that's going to be the goal, and that's what's going to happen. So we're going to stick to our rules. Regardless of what profit we take, we will not extend more than 3 trades. So more than 2 trades, excuse me. So that is done. So I appreciate you guys popping on. Like, comment, and subscribe. Show some love. Throw anything in the comment that you want to. I'll definitely answer it back. Definitely follow me on IG. You can continue to follow my trades, my journey. I've been doing this for 3 years now. So definitely tap in and come along the journey with me. I'll put my IG handle in the what am I call it? In the box, whatever. But go ahead and follow my journey. It's Nikki_Pips. You guys can follow me, and I'll put it in the description. Sorry, I'll put my ID handle in the description, and you can follow me, follow on my journey. I do post all my trades every day, whether I take a trade or I do. I post all my profits, my losses, you name it. So I'm very transparent. So appreciate you guys again. Hope you guys have some profitable week, and we will see you guys on the next Saturday morning breakdown.